Man back. So what I'm doing now is I'm still working on this Craftsman, this 1980, 1983 model, and I'm removing the base gasket that was underneath the cylinder. I love this. I put a little rag in there. I'm going to try to keep as much remnants from going inside the crank as possible, and I'm going to get this old gasket off here. Get all this old gasket off, paint. Down inside the crank, I took out some old paint. Right, it just dissolving. I don't want it to get up in the bearings and in the cylinder. But what I'll do is, and I know this sounds unorthodox, but when I'm done here, I will take it with my hot water and my soap. I'll take my spray and I'll treat it, and I'll spray this down. And then everybody's going to cringe, but I do it all the time. And then I'll take carb cleaner. I don't care what you use. You can use brake or carb cleaner. I'll try to keep as much junk out of there as possible. Get all this old gasket off. I'll check it for flatness with a file, because I can kind of feel some high edges while I'm doing this. Even though it's OEM, they don't do all that stuff. So get all this old gasket remnants off, and boom, there you go. Try not to let as much of it go down on this crank as you can. And I'll pick it upside down and I'll shake it anyways, and then I'll rinse it out with hot soap and water. Get all that stuff out of there. Some came out, some didn't. Get as much out as you can, because I don't plan on splitting the case on this one. So I'll do what I can. I'll make sure it's clean as possible, and I'll break fluid clean out of it. So I got that. So and then I'll take my file, trusty file system, big one, large ones, and I'll go over this if I can, checking for flatness. All right, put a rag back down in there, and I'll check this all for flatness. Nice and flat. Get a nice flatness on it. So I'll do that next. I'll plug it back up, and then I'll go ahead and check for flatness, and I'll record it back and show you what it looked like. Henry, the Weed Eater Man, out cleaning the crank without splitting it and saving the bearings. Henry out.